Yes, the Peter Channel in Norton, Massachusetts, over Bristol County, southeast of Massachusetts, around the world. And good morning, everybody. It's time now for the water news of the stories of Tuesday, August 11th, 2026. A good morning, y'all. This lovely Tuesday morning, August 11th, 2026. It's 6:15 a.m. and the Norton temperature is standing at 68 degrees and 70.5 skies here on the night. Top story at 6:15 a.m. is contradicted public statements. Trump took secret fight from Turkey amid Iranian threat. Officials say at least 132 dead and strongest recorded in Colombia earthquake last decade and registered a 7.4 on Richter scale. Wisconsin and Minnesota primaries that next to feature clashes between progressive and establishment Democrats. Trump signs executive order to split up MMR vaccine. Western leaders call for better community rail service to Boston. Nearly 50 endangered missing children recovered during Massachusetts operation. Former Texas Roadhouse Red Robin CEO says this restaurant category is there for the taking. Rhode Island DOT announces closure for Washington Bridge construction. Partial solar eclipse visible in New England Wednesday. New Amazon data center Stokes worried it would be the most polluted power plant in the U.S. Contiguous U.S. breaks its record for hottest month ever, NOAA said. South Korea saw a record hot summer this year with a nationwide average temperature, the highest on record, the state weather service said Tuesday. South Korea did upgrade key battle tank anti-ship missile programs arms agency. Trump demands the red play compensation as Hormuz negotiations stall. Zelensky says Russia war is strengthening the North Korean military. A federal judge on Monday approved the Trump administration's request to dismiss criminal charges against Indian military Gautam Adani. 2 police officers and several friends were attacked and wounded by a bladed weapon wielded assailant on Monday, evening officials said. Negotiations with Iran should include Tehran paid compensation for damages and deficit caused in the years, President Donald Trump said. Lord Member's son arrested on child sexual persuasion charges. Brockton student finds art and drone engineering. Plymouth County Jail Sheriff Office earns a perfect score in audit, and New Massachusetts law removes ban on abortion after 24 weeks. Take a look at stocks. The Dow down 64.95, 53.975, 98. S&P 500, 453 at 77, 53 but 11, and Nasdaq down 85 but 26 at 26,605 but 36. Time now for Sports 618. Atlanta Dream 107, Toronto Tempo 95, Seattle Storm 97, Chicago Sky 88, and Boston Red Sox fall to the Toronto Blue Jays 2-1 the game to Canada. Ruleless confusion of late fee delay, which resulted in 16 minutes which leading to the fourth act roll. And another Major League Baseball act, New York Mets beat the Atlanta Braves 8-5, Minnesota Twins 9, Baltimore Orioles 5, Philadelphia Phillies 6, St. Louis Cardinals 5, Texas Rangers 4, LA Angels 1, and 10 innings is Arizona Diamondbacks 9, Colorado Rockies 8. San Diego Padres 3, Milwaukee Brewers 2, Tampa Bay Rays 10, Athletics 6, and Houston Astros 6. Samson Giants 3 to 10 innings, and LA Dodgers 6, Kansas City Royals 5. Flags Pirates 1-1 guard 5 in Rhode Island. Trump warns against replacing FIFA chief Infantino. Carrington did not link to white privilege. Kyle Williams Witch on over $5 billion deal. Great team pursuing. Joe Kicks made serious offer. McDonald confirmed Seattle's interest in quarterback Arnold, and Judge Will Sosa can play for Little League Baseball World Series. Saints, Sox, and Jays guarded at 6:45 p.m. Peter Childers' time is 6:19. Time now for Travel Watch. Baby, BBT, low line trade 302, 5 a.m. from Lowell's up cancel Aiden. Recalculation path may consider trade 306, 5:45 a.m. from Lowell. And Green Line, no trains between North Station and Babcock Street, Cleveland Circle, Kenmore, and Eve Street on Now until August 16th, use buses between Babcock Street, Cleveland Circle, Hughes Street, that printed out a Copley Back Bay. Use the Orange Line for service downtown. 95 northbound side. It's back between 152 and North Edinburgh down to Route 185 in the Foxborough Basket area. 24th, a little bit slow around. Route 139, Red Off. 138 westbound side, also the Cheapside Bridge. Route 3 northbound, also 880 Wayman down to Breakthrough Split. 127 also the Breakthrough Split. 120 to the northbound side. It's back between 95 and Cannon on the Route 109 Westwood. South Expressway is back between Quincy all the way to Dorchester. Route 1 northbound side. It's back to the southbound side of the river stretch. 93 southbound of Slope Street, Malden down to Boston. 93 Lower after Route 128 to the Woburn stretch. Route 93 704 Route 125 in Andover. Route 3704 485 low down Rebecca and 485 north southbound side also Route 93 in the Lawrence stretch and Route 2 eastbound also Route 190 in Leominster. Red Park Ray a little bit trouble down to Westport at 85 7 also Fairfield out of Norwalk, Connecticut. And now look at the winter seat at 6:20 on this Tuesday morning. Take a look at the tropics, where we have a triple bear action at the tropics that deserves the 170% chance of cyclone formation 7 days. And Central Tropical Atlantic shows that some activity is currently limited associated with an area of low pressure located about 500 miles southwest of the Cape Verde Islands, and traffic conditions on forecast for country become more conducive for development during the next day or two, and the tropical pressure will likely form during the latter half of this week, while the system moves westward to west-northwestward across the Central Tropical Atlantic. Information just in 4 hours, low is 30% formation just in 7 days, high 78%. Surface number 2, east of the Windward Islands. This one I shot at the time of searching with a tropical wave looking about 850 miles east of the Windward Islands. Some gradual development of the system is possible for the next day or two while it moves quickly westward across the Central Tropical Atlantic. This system is expected to encounter a larger environmental dry area by the time it reaches the Windward Islands Wednesday night, which should end this trend of development. And formation just in 40 hours. Low 10% formation just in 7 days, low 10%. And service number 3, Central Tropical Atlantic, low pressure located 700 miles northeast of Bermuda's, producers during showers and thunderstorms. Some development in the system is possible during the next couple of days. Well, moves eastward about 20 miles an hour across the Central Tropical Atlantic. The system forecast reach the cooler waters late this weekend. And its chances of formation by Thursday. Formation just in 4 hours, low 10% formation just for 7 days, low 10%. Meanwhile, closer home is going to be a nice, warm, sunny day in Tapas. Increase uncertainty regarding shower potential Wednesday. Yet another very warm, humid day expected today, followed by a gradual transition to cool and dry conditions by the end of the work week. Much more comfortable weather expected this weekend or next weekend. Rain chances increase during the second half of the work week as a frontal boundary settles across the region and followed by a return to drive over for the weekend. Rain chances may increase again early next week. Yet another very warm and humid day expected today, followed by a gradual transition to cool and dry conditions by the end of the work week as much more comfortable weather expected for this weekend and early next weekend. One more day of humidity on top today with 925 millibar temperatures of 23 Celsius, supported highs well in the middle of the upper 80s. Says 2 points in the lower to mid 60s will make it to the field warmer. The heat index region up at 80s and lower 90s. This will result in moderate heat weeks, particularly around the 95 quarters, with those most sensitive heat, those without adequate cool hydration, most successfully impacted. The pattern begins to change Wednesday as temperatures loft spread to cool to 925 millibar temperatures fall from the low 20s Celsius yesterday. In the 18 Celsius by Friday, 2 points will be fall soon to the 60s today into the 50s by late this week. The result will be a noticeably cool and more refreshing air by Friday. Classic station front will be primary driver of the transition. The front is expected to linger to their 7 week late Wednesday and Thursday, keeping the regional more settled pattern as the front pushes. Offshore front is a cold front dryer will be filtered into the region by hand that have aided by high pressure build is summer from central Canada on the weekend. It should be the most comfortable stretch of the weather for quite some time with highs early in the 70s across the interior 7 week and the lower 80s around the coastal plain. 2 points in the 50s will make for the much more comfortable conditions while overnight lows fall in the 50s, Saturday and Sunday nights. This is the pleasant conditions may continue to do early next week, although the forecast becomes more unsettled by that. Rain chances increase during the second half of the work week. The frontal boundary settles across the region, followed by a return to dry weather for the weekend. Rain chances may increase early next week. Dry weather and a good deal of sunshine and expected today, although skies may become somewhat filtered by elevated smoke from distant wildfires tonight. A weak system passes 7 to England could produce a shower or verbal thunder across the extreme south coast of the islands, but it probably will rate a low about less than 15%. When they remains a lower confidence, portions of the forecast, while most guidance keeps a fast moving low pressure system, some of the New England, there are some notable differences in the guidance. These users he developed a warmest 985 millibar surface low near the benchmark 40 70 west, while the 3 kilometer they have also depicts a surface low in the vicinity for considerable weaker the guidance lengths. Maintenance of first wave 7 New England to give it an overall consciousness. Current forecast favorites are track 7 of 8 and the little to no precipitation expected during the Wednesday forecast becomes more active Wednesday night than the Thursday as across the century front settles across the northeast wake service low. Right along the weather will provide multiple opportunities for showers, but precipitation just increasing from late Wednesday night. Find the first night, while periods of showers are likely to set up to not currently favor continuous breathing fall across the region. The front should finally push offshore early Friday, allow dry rain to move into the southern New but slightly pressure builds southward from central Canada, so extra dry and much more chemical conditions expected on the weekend. High pressure should remain. That made a feature fact the weekend supported. Sunny, the mostly sunny skies, low humidity and seasonable temperatures. But yeah, the weekend the better rains. Less settle with increasing rain chances as possible. The next week as the next system approaches. Alright, stay a little forecast. It goes like this. Today, it's going to call for sunny sky, 87 degrees, light west wind, increasing to 5 to 9 miles. The morning, Wisconsin gas hours, 20 miles after night. Hot gas coming at 65 degrees, light northeast west wind for Wednesday. Sunny sky at 84 low, 64 degrees, coming in westbound, 5 miles by the afternoon for Thursday. Check the shots at Thursday Monday after 3 p.m. Mostly sunny sky at 84 low, 62 degrees, coming in southwest by 8 miles in the afternoon, just make sure 30%. Friday, sunny sky at 82 low, 57 degrees, and off about 5 to 9 miles by 20 miles an hour for Saturday. Sunny sky at 81 low, 56 degrees, and off about 7 miles an hour for Sunday. Mostly sunny sky at 81 degrees, low 64 degrees, coming in southwest by 6 miles in the afternoon for Monday. Check the charts, but they make me times at sunny sky at 79 degrees, it's up about 5 to 8 miles coming to west the afternoon, anticipation is 40%. Right now, it is 67 degrees in fresh skies, and that's me from Water reported this August 13th, 11, 12, 26. Tuesday morning, here, Jay, what do you say? I'm a good morning, my say, dude. Stay safe, be real, be well. Have a good day, good morning.